know if you heard in the past week, but there is some Minecraft news. 1.14 has been having some new stuff in it, and I like 1.14 because you wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because it's focused on something that I kind of wanted for a long time. It's water-based things. The update is called Update Aquatic. Like how they flipped the name, so it's not Aquatic Update, it's Update Aquatic. Alright, don't get that confused. Alright. So it's gonna have like a bunch of fish, dolphins, shipwrecks, everything that I want underwater is gonna be in there, and it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be amazing. So I can't wait for that. I think the release date is gonna be like in March when spring arrives. On the the Wikipedia or the version history, they don't actually say. They say like Q2 March, sometime around there. So I'm gonna say springish. Whenever spring is started, then around that time. So, I just want to get that out of the way, because what we're talking about is somewhat related to 1.14, in a sense. So, well, let's see what's in store today. Okay, we're going to be talking about things that I would like to see in Minecraft for future updates, or even 1.14, or 1.13, because you may ask us this question: what about 1.13? It has stuff in it, but it's not that important. There's no release date or whatever. It's just an update that may happen or not. I don't know. But I'm talking about things that I like to see in the game. First off, thing that I would like to see is something that Kevin, who is my friend, and I that we were talking about for a little bit. Not recently, but like we've been talking about this like over a little bit, over and over time. It's the redstone dragon that we would like, that we want to be implemented, because basically what Kevin wants from it, and I sort of agree with this now. Back then when he said about this, I didn't, but what he wants is when you spawn into the nether, the redstone dragon immediately attacks you or whatever. Like, it's something in the nether. It makes it difficult for you to actually be in the nether, because if you, right now in the nether, you only have blazes, ghast, pigmen. Don't hurt the pigmen, you're fine, but the ghast, you gotta get used to it. The blazes, get used to it. You have fire resistance. Wither skeletons only spawn in nether fortresses, you're used to that. Nothing's really flying at you while you're building bridges or whatever, so it'll be a difficult task. Which I agree as well, that should be implemented into the nether, because there's no nether flying mobs besides gas and blazes. When I mean by flying, I mean like wings. A legitimate fast flying mob that can potentially hurt you, like bat fast abilities. So we would like that. Because it'll prepare you more, because the nether is like a next step forward into the game, and if you can just build another portal without any armor or whatever, and you're fine. So, if you're living with difficult, maybe that will help. Maybe that'll make things more difficult, and it could be a boss, you could say. You could say it's like a mini boss, like how the Elder Guardian is in the temple underwater. It's not necessarily considered a boss, but it is like a mini boss. It'll be another boss. The Mojang isn't planning to create any new bosses or game-changing things, because they're just focusing on the minor things. Like in 1.14, or I think in 1.13, I saw in the version history, they're gonna add like different types of buttons, different colored like spruce buttons, like all different types of woods are gonna be in button form, trapdoor form, pressure plate form. They're doing all that stuff in 1.13. In 1.14 with like dolphins being added, all these passive mob, adding blocks, coral and all that. They're not adding anything game changing, which is kind of disappointing. But at the same time, they don't want to work on anything too difficult, I guess, for them, because making a boss is kind of difficult, because people are probably going to find ways to exploit, and you don't really want people exploiting it. I don't know how Mojang works. They probably are playing this. They said like they planned everything to like 1.15 like a few years back. Maybe it's more versions now, but they're pretty like they're working on stuff, and maybe they're working on the Redstone Dragon right now. I don't know. The next thing I would like for Mojang to add in are different types of other smaller creatures that are usually seen in our world, in our real life world every single day. But we don't really see that in Minecraft. We don't. unless you are using a mod like the Mo creatures mod, which adds in all those different types of animals, which that's kind of what real life is, and I like that mod. It's really good. They should add that in Minecraft. I mean, I think last year Jeff said that he would like to add in birds and turtles, but the problem, like he said he will, but there's no, like never really, it's not really said when they're gonna implement it in. I think my guess the reason why they're not implemented in yet is because because they're working on so much stuff, and they just can't put it on one update because they have to like balance everything out with like the mobs and the blocks and this new type of stuff, the commands and stuff. They have to balance it all out. So they can't have too many mobs, too many peaceful mobs, too many like blocks, And they said, and I think because like it's because they already are working on stuff like the aquatic update or update aquatic. Get messed up so many times. They said that people want like more stuff underwater. Mojang realizes that, they're self aware of that. There's also self aware of the whole. They're self aware that they need to add in birds and insects and other animals that you see in your everyday life. But I think like they're doing it one step at a time. You gotta like realize they're doing it. They're finally adding in more stuff underwater, and that's the best we're gonna do so far until they add in other things. Like they could really like Mojang could really do a lot of things. It's like they're focusing their time. They just need to focus. They're just doing they're doing it very carefully and taking their time. They don't want anything messing up. So that's like back to what I want. I like seeing more birds, more different types of birds besides parrots. Because parrots are only found in jungles. We're talking about like if you fall into like a forest. You have like the bluebirds, blue jays, red, the robins. All those type of birds. Well, I think like a few days, like yesterday or whatever, this big swarm of black. Like not crows, but like small black birds. Yes, we're all at the bird feeder. There are like hundreds of them. Well, if it was something like that, I mean, that'll lag the game out, but that would be cool to see. And also for like turtles, squirrels, chipmunks, rabbits. Well, actually, rabbits are already in there. Take that away. Turtle? Like insects, like worms, crickets. I was gonna say spiders, but there already are spiders, so obviously, you kind of forget about that. Like those, like they're big spiders and they're unrealistic, but they're there. They're the only insects that are in the game, the spiders, and they've been there for years. But like let's just say like a mob, like a small, like those, like let's say life-sized black widow, but in Minecraft they're just these small black widows compared to the normal mob spiders. Because these have bugs, climb on trees, those nice features. Mojang can do that. Like in 1.14, the dolphins can like jump up in the air and like go back down in the water, and they have that animation. So maybe they can do it with bugs eventually. They can just climb up the trees of walls. Maybe have cicadas. No, don't Mojang, don't add cicadas. In the Twilight Forest mod, they're really annoying, and they're used for trolling purposes. They're really annoying. They're so loud and annoying. If a bunch of them are there, it'll ruin, it'll give trollers a lot of jokes to troll on people, but it'll be really annoying. It could ruin the game, but so don't add in cicadas, but add in, like, crickets and ants and butterflies. Like, butterflies would be a good idea, because everyone loves butterflies, except one of my cousins, who is afraid of butterflies for whatever reason. She's just afraid of them. Don't know why. Maybe adding bees, but I'm scared of bees. And it's game. Bees, wasps, beehives. Oh yeah, beehives. When you think of the stuff about beehives, little anthills, because in the Orson line they have like anthills, but what Mojang adds like little like hill to them. That'd be so cool. Oh man, that'd be amazing. So much things that I want. There's so many things there's so much potential that could be in this update. That could be in just insects alone. That adds so much to the world. Oh man, I want to go to the final thing that I want to see Mojang in, or what I want to see what Mojang wants to add in. The final thing that I would like Mojang to add in for now, or other transportations, because there's only like 3 types of transportations: boats, minecarts, and Electras. That's it. Nothing else is really transportation. Like what I mean is like off-road type things, like a minecart, except non-rails. Because you have boats that can, like, glide on ice, but that's kind of it. With, like, all, like, you still have to be on ice, because with boats in 1.9 and up, you sort of, that's the fastest way to travel. But, like, I would like, I'm not saying, like, adding cars or anything like that. I'm saying adding something that are able to, like, move and land. Because you know how difficult it is to, find a stream or whatever, use a boat for that, or, like, build. Because there's no point in building, like, to build to go somewhere and just build a track, a mine track, to use a minecart on, unless they're going back to that place. Like, if you're going to travel a journey and exploring in, like, a big plains or whatever, why, like, if you're going out to, like, mine somewhere, I see why you're going to build a minecart, but if you're just going out exploring for the first time ever, shouldn't you have, like, some sort of other transportation just to take you there? That'll be easier. And you may be saying, oh yeah, there's horses and all, but it's like, yeah, but what if, like, you can't find a horse? Like, something that's craftable to make. Like, you can make it yourself. Rather than find, because you actually have to find a horse, tame the horse, you have to craft a saddle, you gotta do all this stuff, and it's like, shouldn't it be easier to just craft a car, or like a vehicle even, easier that would be, it may take a lot of work, depending on how much they do, like, they add in, like, more blocks, more craftable things to make that are gonna be part of the car. Well, I'm just gonna say car, because that's, like, something to say. Or a vehicle even, I don't know what, like an off-road Jeep. That's not really in Minecraft sort of range, but something along the lines. What if they had, like, a magical carpet? They could add a magical carpet. You could make Aladdin and fly away with a magical carpet. That would be so funny. That almost, like, that's like something that you'll see in the April Fool's Day update that they do that you can download. Flying carpets, what the hell's wrong with me? Yeah, I would like to see some sort of vehicle that you can just drive around and now require fuel. Because fuel, see, the thing is, horses don't need fuel. You don't need to, like, stop and rest for a horse to eat. That's something that Mojang hasn't done yet, which they could potentially do at any time. In 1.13, they're retexturing the horses to make them look like... Basically, they look like cows with a horse head. That's all I'm saying. Look it up on the Minecraft version history, and click on 1.13. Or just click on 1.22, then click on 1.13, which is the next version on the top right. And you'll scroll down, you'll see a new textured horse. My first reaction is like, it's a cow with a horse head on it. So, with a bigger tail. The Mojang, don't, make horses rest and eat up, because we like to use long travels. Unless you're planning on adding, like, vehicles with fuel, that'll be easier. Maybe add in oil, so we can, like, use oil to make fuel that we can put in gasoline tanks, so we can use it, put it back into a car, or in a car, then, we can use that car to travel the distances that we can use if we can't find horses. But yeah, that's about it. I don't know if any of these things are going to be added into Minecraft. I mean, for the last part with cars, maybe not, but with the first two, like with, birds and insects and the red dragon, there's all possibilities that there could be in there some point in the future. Because Microsoft back in 2014, they said like they're gonna be doing a 100-year plan, which that 100-year plan is basically updating Minecraft for 100 years. This is the thing, I won't be alive when they're done with the game. Officially. They're gonna still be updating it when I die. Like, that's the thing. That's so crazy. The thing is, we won't be alive to see the finished game of Minecraft. They can add this at any time while I'm spinning out. So, that's just gonna open your mind. You will not be alive. If you're born from, like, the late 2000s, early 90s, or whatever, and you just start playing Minecraft, like, you played Minecraft in 2009, like, you're a teenager, started the game in 2009, you will not be alive when you're done with the game. And, let's see here. What's 2014 plus 100? 2114. 2114. Will you be alive in 2114? Comment down below if you will be. And I'm going to end this video now. So if you guys have, enjoyed this video, why don't you, like, subscribe, and why don't you share with your friends. I'm Keith, and I'll see you all later, everyone. Goodbye!